like I really don't belong. I can't explain it. When I close my eyes, I see a strange reality. Am I dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? You wake up feeling like you really don't belong. You can't explain it, but when you close your eyes you see familiarity. Are you dreaming, or on the edge of remembering? Okay, we're back. So, tea drops, hype or a cool thing? The little plastic packages each drop comes in is made from recycled milk bottles, which is nice. That is a specific plastic that had nowhere to go. But what it is compressed sugar, ground spearmint. I think it said vanilla. Anyway, I got this because I was able to afford it this time, and I thought, I'm supporting a small female business. Okay, cool. Small, if it's on a main store shelf, it probably isn't that small anymore. But it intrigued me because I love my herbs, and I don't have any spearmint tea. I need things that don't have caffeine for bedtime. So I thought, well, try this. And then as I'm saying it, I'm realizing that means there's going to be a lot of tiny particles of tea, green matter, floating around loose in the tea. And is that really what I want to be sucking down before bed? Because mints can be agitating, actually. They're soothing on one hand, but if you have acid reflux, for example, it might not be the best thing to have just at bedtime. So I tried it last night. fell asleep before I could finish half of it, but it was good. And when you let it sit for a while, the majority of the green will do like what a leaf tea does. It settles to the bottom. And then you can do tea leaf readings if you want, or in this case it would be reading a layer of sludge. But it seems like it's really tasty, but the question is it worth the money? And of course not. Come on. You can grow your own spearmint in a pot, cut it, dry it, crush it up, and throw it in your cup. And you've got about a little bit of sugar, as much as you want, and no vanilla, and you've got spearmint tea. So many things are so simple. I don't know why people make such a big deal about it. Okay, so today it's time to vine up. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to add leaves rather, to where I end up putting this through. I might, because I don't want it to just be knots holding this on. And these leaves came out so cute. So if it doesn't look weird and it looks artsy instead, I will add some of these little leaves. Not these two, these are actually rejects. But they're samples of 19 micron merino wool. And come back. I have to make sure I can see your chat. And I guess I did not. I forgot to say hello. Hello. I'm so excited about getting a cup of tea, getting here on time. There's no actual schedule, but on time for me is any time before 3. Okay, so we have an awl, and the awl is to poke a hole. And I left this loose. I did not. I like the look of the sheer wool just going across. And this is not going to get a lot of wear and tear because this is not a purse you use every day. Like, it's for fun days. So I have this nice sheen going on here. I just need to make sure I go through the spot I prepared earlier by knowing where to make the wool thicker and thinner to make this kind of process a little easier. Now, I wonder, oh yeah, I used a crochet hook last time. That's actually what I did. Now, would this look cute with the little bits of like knots on the outside? Or in? Usually they're hidden inside. But this might be cuter. Then I would have a place to put the little leaves. Why don't we try it? I think I will go ahead and get a crochet hook. Or actually, idea. I just got another idea. There are multiple ways to accomplish the same goal. don't have my glasses on. My depth perception is a little off. Oh. Let's try another way. You don't want the hole opened any more than you absolutely must, because the felt is going to stretch anyway, and that can become a problem. Like, well, that didn't make it through. All right, we're going to have to just force that. Come on, baby. There we go, finally. Okay. Now, well, I could pull it far away to do this. This is way stronger than it looks. In fact, the vine is stronger than the purse itself. Yep, have to do it right. Now, if worse came to worse, I could sew it in place, but I shouldn't have to do that. Let's try it on for size. Yeah, it's a little too low. How about there? There. Okay. We have enough left over to use to make a button hook. But I'm going to need to make the button, I'm afraid, because I don't have anything. I went through my button box looking for some cute, and the only one cute I have is what I just bought at the Mystic Yarn Shop in Mystic, Connecticut while I visited there. Lovely shop, lovely owner, adorable buttons. So I bought these two little sheep buttons, which I did show on camera. All right, now this is where it's going to get a little tricky. I'm going to probably felt this into the side there because otherwise it's going to look rough. I'm not going to be able to wet felt it again now that I've made this. Let's get the finishing needle, which happens to be right there. Where'd you just go? Oh, right there in front of me. Yeah, just, I guess I need my glasses. And silly me, we do not air felt. Always use something to catch the needle besides your skin. I caught myself off guard the other day. It really surprised me. I didn't get hurt, but I nearly did because I forgot the thing I was holding. Actually, the needle can go right through it. So that was an almost very unpleasant incident. I was working on this little sucker. Too much. Now, merino, the really fine stuff, it's harder to hide hole marks. So keep that in mind. That's why it is just so perfect for wet felting. All right, this, I'm going to use the tail of it just to wrap around it. Not you. Oh, I guess you're going to get caught up in that, so go ahead. It's so well felted on its own. It's really thick. I guess I need to use a different needle. Load up. That is 38 green. For when you have to go through something that's already getting nice and dense. Now this should make it very unlikely to come apart when being used. I can't think of anything worse than having your purse fall apart while you're standing in line at the checkout counter, you know? Like, oops, I guess I made that like crap. All right, we're all the way through. Okay, that's about where I like these purses. I have a short torso but long legs, so, but you don't want it like cradling the boob, you know? It looks a little weird. But we need to be able to close it. So I'm gonna have to make a little button hook. All right, so be it. Yeah, I believe that we might need that to help. All right, here's where tweezers come in handy. Let's try the all-purpose. We'll make sure that this green felt, when it comes through, it's coming through green on green. That would look weird, having fuzzy green coming through the pink. Like that. Unfortunately, that's the back. But I think we're going to end up doing a few traditional stitches with thread to be on the safe side. Then when I get the button, that will go here. It'll be nice and discreet, because I could put a leaf here. Let's take a look. see if we can make that work in reverse. But wait. Oh, that really brought it through. All right. Just trim. Okay. The project is done until I get a button. Yep, not that way. It's a nice little detail for the back. All right, let's take a look. My one-of-a-kind flower purse. Just have to artistically floof it up. But I think this could use a little extra tacking right there. But we'll wait. We'll give it a trial run. See how it handles life with things actually in it. Go shopping. Okay. And now we get to play with the new stuff. Yes. New stuff. I have never used viscose. This is our first delivery of it. Oh, that's going to be so cute. All right. So what do we have? Let me put these tools away because I don't need them anymore right now. Go. Stay. Back in the bag with you. Okie dokie. Might as well leave this here, using it more with this than I did in crocheting. Okay, so I love when you get to do the explosion. This is viscose in a lovely color, as close as I could get to this color. But look at the difference. Why am I even bothering? Okay, this is bamboo. It is a processed bamboo. They use it, this goes in making beautifully draping clothes. It does not felt on its own, but you see how shiny it is? These fibers are mixed on the wool to decorate it, not as a thing by itself. So we are going to, boy, the static is bad today. This is not going to go back in that bag. I had a little plastic bag for it. I have nailed it. Where did you go? Ah, yes. Cashews. I found some cashews. Unsalted. Not my favorite, but they're good. That's precious. It's also not cheap. Now, these are two very different kinds of wool. This is the stuff I got yesterday, Corriedale. Corriedale is kind of rough. It's what you think of when you think of those old wool coats and old sweaters. It's an outer wear kind of a fiber. Whereas merino is more, gets a real cloth feel, like silky, and it has more of a drape like fabric. I mean, like a scarf, you know. I don't really need to take this out, but one should always inspect their stuff. This is going to come out like an accordion, and I guess this will too. Now, these are both merino, like this. The difference is this is 19 micron, which is now my favorite. And I really don't know what this one is. So I'm going to try and compare it by feel. Since there's something I need to get more acquainted with. Now these are all 1 ounce quantities. Oh, so nice. Now let's see. Merino. Well, this is definitely merino. Okay. Now I just found out there's a merino even finer. See, if you're going to do felting with silk, you need super fine. Otherwise, the hairs are too thick to go through silk. So that's 19, and it's actually 16 to 19 microns, so you can get even finer than 16 micron. I'd love to get my hands on some of that. It's a little pricier. Oh, okay, that is just... it's hard to say. They seem very much the same. If I would say that this might be slightly bigger. I'd have to use a microscope, I guess. But hand feel, they're both super soft. And this is, as I hoped, a nice shade of lavender that I did not already have. In fact, I bought that from here too, so. We're getting a nice collection of our blues and our violets. I need to know what I have on hand before I start a project for obvious reasons. Okay, this is very close to this. And as soft as this, you can tell that this is not as fine as 16 micron. So it'll be interesting to felt these together. It's still a merino, and it's still very luxurious. And just slightly different colors. I don't know, the camera doesn't seem to be showing it as much, or maybe it is. Anyway, this is the lighter one. Same family though, so it should be beautiful. And now we've got this new one. This is Corriedale, as I said earlier, and I've got a bag just for this one. Corriedale is way different. It's my first time, actually, the little sample sheet I made yesterday was the first time I've worked with Corriedale. And of course I noticed the difference immediately. It works up beautifully. I have no complaints. But you can see that it's a more rough texture and feel. And this is something you go, oh, I wouldn't really want that rubbing all over my body. Whereas this is like, oh, that's kind of like silk. Yes, I wouldn't mind that on my body. Oh, and look at the first thing we do is we find one of these. Okay, now I want to show up the viscose. And it's going to show up, I think, best on a dark color. So I'm going to go ahead and yeah. Now see, this is actually the kind of stuff that's good for making purses, because it's rougher. It's good for handling outdoor kinds of stuff, whether rubbing, you know, something that's going to get some use. Okay, I'm letting the juices flow. I'm not going to talk. I need to see where this next inspiration is going. Not there. My best bud's birthday is coming up, and I want to make her a little something she can't get on the market anywhere. I kind of like that. I like that richer color. Oh, what about you? This is definitely like a Corriedale. You can feel it. No, I don't think so. Definitely Corriedale. Now some merino. We'll go with this. I have a lot of it. Ow. Oh, please tell me I didn't. Have you ever done that? I have done that before. It looks like I just pinched myself. I have to be more careful. My eyes aren't the same anymore, and I'm losing my depth perception a bit. Not like with big things, it's these little things that are annoying. Strangely enough, they have to be close up to be in my way visually. No, I don't see a cut, but I do see it feels like I almost did. Okay, let's move it. When you don't need it, it's just in the way. Oh my goodness, wait a second. Undiscovered country. This is, it's Corriedale. Well, that's a nice color. I feel like I might want a little bit of this, just to do some kind of accent. All right, I'm just going to take a little bit, and this time avoid my hand more carefully. And we're going to put this away. And your merino, oopsie, I just grabbed by the zipper. We're going to put you in a bag because you're merino. Do you remember old TV shows showing people trying to close suitcases that were too full? They always have somebody sitting on the suitcase and then somebody else zipping it. Well, these bags, as long as none of the wool is in another bag, I can sit on those and make them flat as a pancake for storage purposes. I get a kick out of that. Okay. Not sure what my friend's decor is. I can make her a little bag or a bowl, a decorative object. So let's see, where did I stash? Oh, there they are. Too big. Oh yeah, I was gonna I tried doing a little bag with a flap pouch. I think we're going to go with that. The pouch I'm going to have to try. Or maybe I will try. What the hell? It's not like we are short on wool now. Okay, so my idea with this is it's going to be two-sided except for one side where it's just going to be one side. So let's see, what color do we want the inside to be? We're going to want a few of these. My goodness. That stuff just looks so magical. So this is going to be the flap side, which means this part will be what's folded over and the most visible. Now, I know you can do this like inside out as well. I mean, literally you make it and you turn it inside out. That's your front, but I would like to try something a little different, of course, because why do what everybody else does? Thinking here. Okay. Okay, now I really want this to show up well, so we're going to use a darker color behind it first. Stay there. there. Now, Corriedale does hold a kink really well, so it knits very beautifully. I'm sure it makes really good yarn for knitting because it'll, I think this would be the kind of thing that locks in very well. Make sure we have the right. Sorry about that. Stay. Some of this has had some, I guess I have to get used to the farm stuff. Yeah. Come back, YouTube. There you are. Need to be wispier than that. it was merino. Have a sip of tea. That is pretty good. Not sure it's worth the price, but it's very good. Your parcel was delivered. All right, I have to see this. One moment. It was. And here we are. 2 reasons I'm making my own purses. I bought 2 dresses. And they're actually prints. I'm so used to solids, it feels weird to wear prints. So let's check it out. Well, fabric is nice. It buttons up the front, which is a good thing. Looks like it's about the right length. Okay, so this is nowhere to show it, but there's the pattern. There's the colors, and I will be making something to wear with that. And this one is a similar dress, so this has some cinching in it. Again, just simple. This one is short sleeves. And again, no damn pockets. No pockets means I have things to make. So, looks like I'm doing laundry tomorrow. Because, you know, you've got to wash before. Wait a minute, there's a new item. Quality shipping, didn't need customer service. Okay. Leave me alone. Can't you see I'm busy? All right, we have some warm water with soap in it, and I'm going to make some rude noises with the squeegee bowl, or ball, this thing. In case you're ever interested in doing this yourself, after you put the water down, you squeeze from the center out gently to remove air and move the water through the fibers without rearranging the fibers that you just so carefully laid out. Normally, a color like this peach that I added would just disappear into a darker color. But it's viscose. It's not the same wool. It's not going to disappear. It's going to stay solid. Whereas the rest of this will start to knit itself together. Now, I wasn't sure where I wanted the pattern to go, so I put viscose on the very first layer to make a big M for my girlfriend Mindy, because her birthday is May 1st. And as usual, I'm late sending anything, but this time when I send something, it'll be made just for her. That air out. The air will keep the fibers separated, which is the opposite of what we want, right? So, just keep moving from the middle to the outside. And while you're doing this, the wool is knitting itself into a fabric. And I'm picking up things that look like bugs, but they're just hair. Yeah, we'll have some more of these as time goes on. Don't knit to the sheet here. Okay, underneath we have the resist, and we're going to wrap this around the resist. This is the very end of it. It's kind of shaped like an egg. Now this is going to become a pouch. Now it looks like I can actually, no, I can't really recenter that. Okay, so this is going to be the flap for this, and I don't want this to wrap around that way. Although I will need to kind of knit it together, but not right this minute, because it's the main body of the pouch. We have to make sure it overlaps properly. Again, push that air out. And then actually use that to help bring it over. Okay, let me wipe my hands because we have to add more wool to side 2. Stay there for the moment. Okay. Well, this time we don't need a whole bunch of overlapping wool. If it's too much, we'll just have to cut it off. Okay, a little more purple. thing missing is background music. I hope you're listening to some. Gotta be careful with that. I'm just flipping these fibers over. Don't flip. Stay straight. And none of that. But we're going to use some of that going over in this direction. Trying to think if I have any really cool stuff I can add to this layer. Let's take a look. Because we've got some cool stuff like this, but this color's not appropriate for what I just did. Oh, that is. But that'll come later. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the specialty threads I have. Because we've got a whole bunch. Well, I've got some silk, blue silk. but that, I think we're just going to leave it. We have the viscose that we're playing with, and I think that'll be beautiful on its own. Okay. It's got a little lumpy in it. Okay. It's now time for the next watering. Oh, and a little bit more viscose. Viscose. It's a lovely peachy color. Wow. from bamboo to thread. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yes, my order has been delivered, I know. I have it right here. Okay. See how quickly I can take this off because we need to wrap this in the right direction before we finish felting. Like this goes there. All right, we gotta do a little flippy thing here so I can fix the other side. There we go. Let's use this to squeeze some of that water out. Okay. And now we will remove some of the excess water. You really don't need that much once you get it all together. Stay down. We don't want you lifting up. No. But a few of you did. The viscose. Okay, we're gonna have to wash you. And this should squeeze out more of the water. It's just the exercise part. Have a little mint tea. Peppermint spearmint tea drops. Interesting innovation. It does make tea a lot more convenient if you're like at work and you just want to drop something into a cup of hot water and go. That'll work. It's already got a little sugar. Organic. I think that matters when it's sugar. It's like sugar is sugar. Your body can't tell the difference if it's organic or not. I know people want to argue that, but they're the same people who've been sucking down plastic and still using Keurig cups. So okay, now we're going to go to the smooth side and continue to remove excess soapy water. Roll, roll, roll your foot gently across your desk. Merrily, 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 make a funny mess. I don't know, what are you doing? You're sitting around rolling and rolling and rolling. If you don't have somebody to talk to. Now we have to go this way. Ooh, it's starting to look like something. But one little problem. glucose is not sticking on its own. You know what that means. It means we have to add wool. And I have a little bit of reserve over here of this peachy color because I want to keep the unusual shine as much as I can. So we're just going to wisp a little of this over. The barest wisps I can manage. Looks a little like lightning, doesn't it? It's not sticking. We're going to have to do it. Oh. And we need some, I guess that purple, a little bit purple. Where'd you go? Oh, I guess we just used it. All right, a little of the turquoise, I guess. Bring that out. Don't get dried out right there. We need you to stick until we can turn you around. Okay, let's roll again. They say it takes an average of 400 rolls to felt a piece. A little piece. Okay, let's do this again. Maybe if I sing enough or whistle, I'll have Snow White's birds come and help. Maybe the rabbit from Bambi. Thump it. His name was Thumper, right? You know, I think I was an adult by the time I saw Bambi for the first time. I was mortified. I only knew the music as a child, and I hadn't seen the book or the movie, but we had those things that they cut out of thick cardboard and stick on the walls for kids in nurseries. We had Bambi stuff and Snow White. And Who Wants the Seven Dwarves around your little girls? I don't know. This is probably saving my life right now since I haven't been getting any exercise I used to. I still want to come up. I don't know if that's really taking well. We're not going to know until we turn it inside out. Now I'm going to keep doing this and hope that it does catch enough. I don't want to lose the shininess of the viscose. I mean, that's the whole point of it. Now you can like just comb it into like the same color or similar color and, you know, use like normal. But no, I had to get fancy. Let's try this side again. Good bubble sag. You want to make sure the edges are healed. They don't look raw. Okay, let's get rough. Double bubble. More tea. breakthrough there. Okay, are we ready to remove the resist? I think we are. I realize it's hard to see, but that's an M, a stylized M. You could felt better, couldn't you? Let's fix that. Can I make a plate? Okay, we are going to set this aside because it's 4 o'clock. I've been on for almost 2 hours and it's time to go make food. Good food, like I like. practical use. It's going to be more like that. And I will make a little button to go here and get sewn there. But for now, we're going to call it a day. I am going to stick it in this warm, soapy water. To bring to the sink. Thanks for hanging out. See you tomorrow morning. Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. I'll be here. Until then.